since its spell as the Mediterranean's wildest resort in the early noughties. Ayia Napa has grown up a little. If you're in need of pulsating nightlife, you'll still find it in Ayia Napa Square, and there are plenty of rowdy activities by day for party people. But families will also be pleased with this corner of Cyprus. There's a modern water park and permanent fun fair, while Ayia Napa has the highest concentration of blue flag beaches for any stretch of coastline in the world. Today we share the top 10 best things to do in Ayia Napa so you can plan a trip and experience all the exciting attractions and activities this beautiful city has to offer. Starting with number 10, Ayia Napa Monastery. This is Ayia Napa's oldest landmark and mostly dates from the 1400s when Cyprus was controlled by the Venetians. Although now part of the town, when it was built the monastery would have been remote and hidden within pine forest. The church, flour mill, cloisters and courtyard fountain were all built with honey-colored limestone by the Venetians, but the cave and well adjacent to these buildings suggest Byzantine origins. After the Ottoman invasion in the 1500s, the monastery remained intact and has survived the intervening years, although no monks have lived here since the late 19th century. At number 9 is the Konnos Bay. The best local beach if you want to get away from the resort and back to nature, Konnos has a narrow semicircle of powder white sands and gleaming, clear waters. This bay is bookended by long rocky spurs that help protect the beach from currents and prevailing winds. Yachts often moor in the bay, and these shallows are perfect for snorkeling and swimming. Facilities are a little sparser than Ayia Napa's resort beaches, but you can still rent jet skis here or grab a bite at the beachside snack bars. At number 8, Nissi Beach. As beautiful as it is lively, Nissi Beach is great for partygoers and families alike. For party people, there are beachside clubs with pools and DJs. Other sources of fun come from the cliff jump a little way along the headland that pokes into the sea on the west side of the beach, as well as the endless choice of water sports available. Visitors with kids can find a sunbed away from the hubbub and simply delight in those white sands and crystal clear aquamarine waters. At number 7, Cape Greco. East of Ayia Napa is this rugged headland protected as part of a nature park. Approaching Cape Greco from land, you'll be able to step along paths edged by wild herbs, poppies, and long grass. At the top of the cliffs are benches from which you can admire the cobalt blue Mediterranean and the stark, rocky landscape around. A little way west are the 4 soaring radio masts of the medium-wave broadcasting station. You can also venture down to the water to check out the system of sea caves beneath the cape, which we'll talk about later. At number 6 in our list, Sculpture Park. The Sculpture Park is a contemplative cultural attraction on a rise looking over the sea just east of Ayia Napa. 20 sculptors from around the world were invited to contribute their work to the park. Their sculptures, numbering almost 40, combined with a classic Mediterranean seascape, make the park a handy place for a peaceful amble. The pieces are carved from local white marble or limestone, and they range from abstract forms to statues inspired by the island's ancient civilizations. The park is free to enter and the collection is growing all time. At number 5, Makronissos Tombs. Although rock had been quarried at this site for centuries going back to ancient times, nobody had any idea that there was a Hellenistic and Roman tomb complex just outside Ayia Napa until in 1989. Cyprus is a place that is constantly unearthing remnants of its early civilizations, and these tombs are worth a little tour. There are 19 rock chambers in total, each with a large rectangular entrance that would have been sealed with a large limestone slab. Inside are benches and a central trench, while pyres discovered on higher ground prove that ancient Greek rites were performed here. At number 4, Sea Caves. Also part of Cape Greco, these caves have been carved over time by the currents and can be accessed from the water or via a walking path that cuts underneath the headland for a way. It's an excellent place for photos as erosion has created all kinds of strange rock formations. There's a natural arch and cavities that go deep into the honeycomb rock, so you could spend hours exploring this strange but beautiful place. Most days the seas are also calm enough for diving and swimming, and at these times the water is almost transparent. At number 3 in our list, Ayia Napa Square. A clubber's paradise, Ayia Napa Square squeezes all of the resort's top bars and nightclubs into a surprisingly small area. If you're worse for wear, this is great, as you'll never have too much trouble navigating from one night spot to the next. What's refreshing about the square is that there isn't a great deal of antisocial behavior going on, and the atmosphere is raucous but mostly friendly. As with most Mediterranean party towns, the clubs stay open until the sun comes up and things don't really get going until almost midnight. At number 2, Protaras. North of Ayia Napa, in an area of small villages with whitewashed houses, Protaras is another resort replete with family-friendly attractions like a water park, an aquarium, stables for horseback riding, and of course a host of beaches. The Church of St. Elias here was only built in the 1980s, but merits a visit for its location, at the crest of a hill more than 150 steps above the town and with sumptuous views all around. Best not to try it on a summer afternoon, but it's a fab way to see the sunrise if you're up early enough. Check out the number 1 places in our list, WaterWorld Water Park. There are 18 plunges, pools and side attractions at this mythology-themed water park a few minutes along the coast from the resort. Like much of Ayia Napa, WaterWorld will appeal to families with young children, teenagers, and young adults. For younger kids, there's the Trojan Adventure, a sort of water-based adventure playground with slides that end gently in a shallow splash pool. For thrill seekers, there's the Drop to Atlantis, a high-speed plunge complete with special effects. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite things to do in Ayia Napa? Is there something we missed? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to Greenable if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.